Aries, how are you guys? This is Janine from Soul's Journey Tarot, and I'm here to give you your end of December reading. So it's any time from now when you view this video, taking you all the way to the end of December. And then I will get back to you guys again on January, sometime in January. I just want to chill out a bit with my family, my friends, and so I thought, let me give you guys a super long, exciting reading. Okay, Aries, so I would like to start off with giving thanks to the gods and goddesses, the angels, and the Holy Devine for being with us in the reading and help us to receive all of the messages with love and light in our hearts. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Amen. All right, guys. So for those of you who are curious, I am using the original Rider-Waite Tarot, and I clarify with the Witch's Tarot. I love the Witch's Tarot. And I will be giving you a daily oracle reading now, as well as at the end of the reading, sacred power cards and archangel animal oracles. All right, so it's just this beautiful way to end a reading off, and it gives you this extra little bit of insight on what it is that you need to know at this given time. All right, Aries. So for those of you who are enjoying the festivities of December, I hope that if you are traveling, I hope you travel safe and you enjoy the time with your family and your friends, and take a little bit of downtime for yourselves as well. We do work the whole year just to get to this time of the year. Okay, so I'm just going to be taking out your first set of cards here, and your first one that came out is actually the Five of Swords. So this is in your recent past, so it can be that for some of you, you've had a little bit of conflict, disagreements, there may have been dishonesty going around, but it's better to walk away from the fight than to involve yourself too deeply, because nobody is ever a winner when there's such behavior happening around. And I do see you with the Three of Cups in your present situation, so that's nice. Some of you may be celebrating at this time, getting together with family and friends. But before I actually go too deep into your reading, I do just want to lay the foundation cards, or as I call them, foundation cards, so that I can get the I can't talk today, the bigger picture of what is going on. So if you like this and this reading resonates with you, that is super awesome. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And you can always book a private reading with me as well. All my information is in the description box below, so you can find it there. Okay, guys, so your foundation cards is out. At the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Cups. But I want to start the reading off. My husband actually gifted me with this book. It's Daily Oracle by Jericho Mandibur, and it says, seek answers from your higher self. So before I start the reading, I meditate and I get into your energy, and then I read. You kind of like the instructions in the book, as you run your fingers over the book, you breathe in, you meditate on the person's energy, and then you will know exactly. It's kind of like pulling cards. So your message is, you wouldn't be thinking it if it wasn't possible. And I'll say it again, you wouldn't be thinking it if it wasn't possible. Now, sometimes we will revert back to this message, especially when it's resonating hard on the cards that you have in front of us. So let's see, what does the Witch's Tarot have to say? I do see that there is an end of a cycle for you, and you are coming up in your own reading, Aries, as the Empress, and this is the end of a painful cycle for you. So what a year to end the year off, getting away from conflict, confusion, hurt, pain, disagreements, moments in time where you felt as if things were falling apart for you, and now you can finally begin to relax. And if any of you have a certain idea, a project, a notion, a relationship you want to go into, just like the Daily Oracle said, you wouldn't be thinking it if it wasn't possible, because you do have the Empress, and the Empress is all about fertility and expansion and growth. All right, that card wanted to come out. Ace of Cups. Alrighty, so that's nice. I would be concerned if I saw anything else It could be that you were fighting perhaps for your love, or there's a new love interest and you had to fight against other people for this love interest, or for just something that is really close to your heart at this time, Aries. But you know, I will show you the cards. There's people walking away from the argument, and it's best to do so, because when you give in to the fight and you let other people take over your energy and you taking on their energy and it becomes a power struggle, then nobody is a winner. So yeah, it could be that you were dealing with the air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. You could also be dealing with a water sign, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. This can always be just your energy coming up. I do see a lot of celebrating for you guys at this time, because you have the World and the Ten of Cups, which is beautiful. The Seven of Swords is coming out here with the Empress. So whenever I see the Seven of Swords, it's kind of like trying to run away from things, or people trying to get away from things. But that's generally how most tarot readers, and even myself, how I see the Seven of Swords. But in this instance, with it clarifying the Empress, I would always almost say as if perhaps there's a part of you that would have liked to have shaken off some responsibilities and tried to run away from that, but it doesn't have to be the case at all. All right, guys, so the bottom of the deck over here, wow, awesome, the Ten of Pentacles. So you go from the Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, you have the World, the Ten of Cups, you have a lot of tens. So, and 10, you can go and even just plain 10, you can go and research on Google and see what is the number. It's very powerful spiritual number for you at this moment, which is 10. Okay, Aries. So let's begin at the beginning. We have the Five of Swords, as we discussed now. And what I wanted to draw to your attention here is you can see two people, they're kind of looking hurt and wounded, and they're just kind of walking away from the fight. You know, they're just giving up on the fight. And then here is this guy, and he's like taken their swords per se, because he has two swords in his hand, and then he also has one over here, and there is two other swords laying on the floor. So goodness knows where the other people in this argument are. But basically, you know what, sometimes when there's so much fighting and arguments going on, you may be the overall winner and get what you want, but if it comes at the price of other people, then it really doesn't help, and it doesn't get you anywhere. But this is clarified with the Ace of Cups. So what's very interesting about this is the Ace of Cups is all about new relationships, can be a new baby on the way, and proposals of marriage. Is very loving energy and very caring, very honest and very innocent energy, and it's all about a new beginning. So when I see this, I kind of see it, Aries, as if you're really being through the runner, okay? And maybe there has been a time, sorry I'm shaking so much, my blood sugar is a bit low today. Maybe there has been a time where you really had to fight to be able to get this new beginning in love and romance, and just this euphoric feeling of having contentment in your heart. And I don't think that you enjoyed the fighting. I think it was a difficult situation for you. I think it was something that brought you down as well. And I'm not saying that you had to fight family or friends or your spouse or colleagues. You take it and pertain it to any area in your life. Sometimes you even have a battle within yourself. But I'd like to say that this battle is over, because you do have the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. So after a hard struggle, you really are getting to that hard space where you feel like it was, okay, arguments and things is never worth it, it's never nice. But I'm meaning it in the sense of you feel like all the hard times that you went through, it was worth it, because now you have the Ace of Cups and you have the new beginning, and you get to hold your head up high. And sometimes, unfortunately, it means having to let other people go in our lives, or letting situations go in our lives. But really what matters is your own harmony and peace and contentment within yourself. And you will never ever be content and happy within yourself if it comes at the price of somebody else, which is really nice. That's what I'm seeing here, is because yes, you may have had arguments and disagreements, and even if it was at work or something, you went through a difficult time at work or in relationships, but overall the energy, yes, there was people walking away from the fight, and maybe even you like walked away and kind of gave up, but you know what, it came at a good price, because you had to go through this, so that you can grow, so that you can get this Ace of Cups energy. Beautiful, guys. So I'm not worried at all about the Five of Swords when it comes out with the Ace of Cups, because if it was like Five of Swords and the devil or death or whatever, then yeah, sure, the Tower moment. But with the Ace of Cups, it's really, this is a beginning after a difficult time in your space, in your life. All right, Aries, next up in your present situation, but it doesn't have to be, I mean, I do categorize my cards, but you can take it as however it's resonating to you. You do have celebrations. I see you going out celebrating with friends and family, your loved ones, and really just enjoying yourself. I see a lot of drinking and a lot of good food as well. A lot of laughter and dancing. So that's really nice energy, and especially you need it after a little bit of a difficult patch that you've been going through, maybe some negative feelings, low self-confidence. But here you have the World card as well. So this is just really, I mean, this is a new phase for you. This is, the World is all about ending of cycles and completing goals and lessons, and you may be traveling at this time, going seeing some places, you may be spending some time in nature as well, but it's really all about completions. And here we have the Ten of Cups, so you go from a straight into the Ten of Cups with the World, with completion. So really I do feel this reading thus far as being very heartfelt reading, because you really have everything that you could possibly desire now, from an Ace to a 3 to the Ten of Cups with the World. I mean, this is amazing energy. So this is you really, you may be spending a lot of time with your family and friends. If not so, then just with the one that you love. There will be excuse me, perhaps children, but you will feel like you have the white picket fence, you have the dog, you have the kids, you have the lovely wife, you have the handsome husband, there's enough finances. You're going to be feeling pretty content within your heart space at this time, Aries, which is really beautiful, really a lovely way to end the year. In your near future, you have the Empress and the Seven of Swords. Now, this for me is a very interesting combination, because the Empress is all about creation and pregnancy and abundance and parenting and fertility. And then you have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is all about defending yourself and protecting yourself against competition and walking away. But what I'm seeing it as here is I'm going to actually, what I want to do is, let me pull a clarifier on the Seven of Swords. Spirit, can you please help us? What is the Seven of Swords with the Empress in this reading? The seven, oh, thank you. The Knight of Cups came out. Okay. These cards came down. The Nine of Cups and the Emperor. All right, that's enough. So guys, what I'm picking up with this energy here is there is a love offer coming in, or you are offering your love to somebody new, possibly if you are not in a committed relationship. Obviously, I do see you, you are the Emperor. This is the Aries sign. So I do see you at this moment, your headspace is very much revolved around your family. You do want to protect them, you do want to give them security, you do want to make sure that you are bringing your children up right and, you know, decent, like decent human beings according to your values and your morals. And this is a masculine energy, but it can also be feminine as well. And if it was in the upside down position, that would mean that you are being a bit controlling or whatever. But the Emperor is kind of looking out towards the children that is playing there, and he's just really, you know, you in this space of time, you just really want to enjoy your family life and your spouse, and if you are married, otherwise you just want to protect those that you love, and you're going to be having a good time with them, because you do have the Nine of Cups. So once again, I do see quite a bit of drinking going on, and eating some good food, and that's obvious for this kind of type of the year, this this year. Oh my word, this time of the year. Thank you. And we have the Knight of Cups as well. So I do see you as walking away and this what, instead of like walking away from the Empress energy, I see it because, yeah, you have the Emperor and you have the Empress. So you are dealing with a power couple at the moment. This is soulmate energy, this is twin flame energy, and it can be that you are walking away from maybe difficult times that you did experience with the Empress, trying to create that just good old circulation of understanding and love and nurturing for each other. So these are very good cards that actually came out with the Seven of Swords as well. So you are offering your cup to the Empress, where it seems like you're walking away from maybe arguing with whoever is taking on the Empress energy in your life, but it can also be you that is the Empress energy. And but I just really see you as offering, walking away from times that was maybe not so good, maybe a little bit of pettiness, argument, jealousy, because you really just want to protect your family, you want to take care of them, nurture them, and you want to have a good time, you want to be respected as well. All right, then you do have the Knight of Cups. So you have the Knight of Cups twice with the Hermit. Now the Knight of Cups is actually coming up in your challenge position, but it, like I say, it doesn't have to be a challenge at all. It's just how I read my cards, okay? um And I think that you just need, you do, if this is you wanting to offer your love, I mean, it doesn't, when you offer your love, it doesn't always have to mean that you have to be single or you're going to cheat. It just can be also that you're in a committed relationship and you want to offer your love to your spouse, or you want to offer your love to, your work, your creations. But Spirit is telling you at this moment that you need to go within and, just see, sometimes things in life happen that we don't always understand, and we're like, well, why is things not going so good for us? I'm offering everything I have of myself to these people and my work and my family, but still they argue with me, like, why? And that's just the energy that I'm getting at the moment. And I really do see you are trying to make up, and I don't even know why I said make up. It's not, if that message may be for some of you, but I do see you are trying to clear the air, clear the energy, get in that happy home, happy environment, because you do have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is about a new project, new inspiration, the urge to create. So it is definitely on your mind with the Hermit, and Spirit is telling you go for it, but it may be that you kind of stopping yourself. And in that sense, I just want to say, you could be dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because we do have the Queen of Swords over here that you want to offer your love to. But she's kind of a feisty person within her own right, because she's been through the runner, so to say, with her emotions. That's why she has a sword up. Very loving, very giving, but she can also be very standoffish and a bit argumentative if she feels pushed in a corner or anything like that. And it seems to me like you're trying to win the heart of somebody who could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be the energy that's surrounding you at this moment, and you do want to create with them. But you have the King of Pentacles, and he's a very supportive person. He's solid, he's practical, he's a wise investor. You do have enough finances at the moment. You know what you want when it comes to your career and your finances, and you're working hard to achieve that. But however, what I'm seeing is, I just want to tell you something. I said to you now, because we do have the twin flame energy with the Empress and the Emperor, and it's almost like there's been a little bit of riffraff, a little bit of arguments, a little bit of niggly energy, and you're like, I'm giving you my everything, but why are you still treating me like this? And sometimes, sometimes you need to look within yourselves, because what you give out to other people, or let me put it like this: if you're in an argument with somebody and you're calling somebody out on their BS, then the only way that you can see the BS in that person is if it exists within yourself. And the only way that it can exist within yourself is if you've subconsciously, put it away there over things that happened to you in your childhood or your past experiences. And that's maybe why that you have the Hermit at the moment, because the Spirit is asking you just to look within yourself and realize why like repeating patterns keep happening in your life. And you feel like you're trying to grow and expand. You have so much love to offer, and you're so protective. And sometimes you need to look at yourself and realize why you are the way that you are. And the only way that you can do that is really to analyze your life and, you know, the stages that you went through, all the heartache, the pain, and even the good moments that made you the person who you are today. And sometimes we can portray that energy out negatively towards other people, and sometimes we can put it out positively. So I just want to, I don't know why I'm going into it, but yeah, let's just leave it at that, okay? Then you have the Emperor energy. This is you, Aries, and this is the 10 of swords. So this is you coming to a very strong, powerful end of a painful cycle, okay? And it has been I think there's been some times in this year even where you've really felt run down, as if everything's going wrong for you. Nobody understands you. You're trying your best. But you know, everybody has lessons to learn in life, and the sun is going to shine again after the storm, because you can't get any lower than what you already have been. You've been backstabbed, lied to, cheated. And I'm not saying like your partner or something cheated on you. Perhaps it is the case, but it doesn't always have to be. Other people can cheat you just by the words that they put into your head, by saying something shitty to you, and then you subconsciously pull it into your own energy and you hang on to that moment. But really, I do see with the emperor is extremely powerful, and he's all about respect and leadership, and he's very much a father figure. So it can be that I do see children coming very strong for you at this moment, and especially your family life and things that is close to your heart. And it is the end to a difficult cycle, which is really beautiful, because it's cornered off or clarified off with a justice card. So this is you getting clarity that you need after this cycle. This is you getting your justice. This is you standing within your truth. And you do have the star card, and the star card is all about following your heart, following like I like to say the North Star. And the North Star is actually the star that exists within your soul, and whenever you follow that, like the three wise men followed to get to baby Jesus. And I'm not saying, please don't shoot me for being religious, I'm just putting it out there. They didn't know how they were going to get there, but they just knew that they had to follow the brightest star, and eventually they got there. And in the same sense is going with you. You just have to follow the brightest star, and that star, that North Star, is existing within you, and it's your heart and what you know, what you want. And so really this is beautiful energy for you to clear up. Spirit, is there anything else that we need to know for Aries for now until the end of December? For now, the 9 of Wands, you may be putting up your boundaries a little bit, but let's just see. Spirit, can you please clarify the 9 of Wands for Aries from now until the end of December? But even in the background, the sun is shining again, you guys, and you really are going through a powerful ending, and it's ending in a good way, where you're feeling very domesticated, if I can put it at this. Is there any other messages? Thank you. The Hanged Man. Okay, so maybe you need to take some time out. The spiritual message number 4 is also coming out pretty strong for me. So you can go and Google what number 4 means. But I know 4 is meaning stability. It's meaning structure. So that is definitely what you're seeking. So this is beautiful energy. You maybe just need to see things through a little bit of a different perspective. But that's why you have the Hermit energy. And maybe you need to go within yourself and seek the answers there. Sometimes it's the best thing you can do. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read for you now out of the Archangel Animal Oracle cards. And the card that I pulled for you when I was meditating, well, I didn't pull for you. I don't know why I keep saying it, but it comes out, okay? And it's sheep. And it says, act with fortitude and cooperation. Aren't these beautiful cards? I really love that. And you know what? Look at that blue rose. I mean, that's awesome. And it says, guys, your guidance today is to cooperate with others. Realize that together you can accomplish greater things than if you work alone. Your aspirations can more easily be fulfilled if you act from the heart and the brain, and the right brain. So open your heart today and listen to your inner wisdom. Visualize your goal being achieved with love, happiness, and joy. Whether it is acting in harmony with your family or friends or working as a team with your colleagues, the outcome will be satisfying for you all. Be kind, calm, and centered. It is through sacrificing self and personal ambition that everyone will win and a flame of hope will ignite within you. Now, guys, I just want to highlight a piece here quickly. Visualize your goal being achieved with love, happiness, and joy. And this is where this daily oracle book comes in. And it's so awesome because remember what it said? You wouldn't be thinking it if it wasn't possible. So visualize your goal. Think about it. It is possible. You can get what you want at this time, as long as you do everything with clear and loving intentions. All right, then from the Sacred Power reading cards, you got the card of self-love. Now, if you look at this card, I'm trying my best to keep my hand still and prevent it from glaring. Inside this person's body is a child and is radiating this white light. And this is what it has to say, okay? Be courageous and listen to your own advice. Your inner child is an aspect of the self, reminiscent of all that you have learned and experienced. Free, spontaneous, creative, and full of wonder, your inner child longs to be in a state of joy, but also requires nurturing, attention, and constant reassurance. Your inner child feels these extremes of emotions because they lack understanding of why particular circumstances have occurred. You can shift long-standing emotional patterns by working with your inner self, resolve problems, trauma, and issues that you have found challenging and difficult to address. While you may have grown up quickly or had a limited childhood, absent of opportunities and experiences, the inner child is an aspect of you that requires love and attention, even as an adult. Emotions are powerful. Like children, adults manipulate, rebel, throw temper tantrums, and can also put on a brave face for the sake of others. To create a symbiotic relationship, you, the parent, and your inner child must work in agreement of security, safety, acceptance, and surety. Acknowledging that you have been wounded is the first step in shifting your mindset. Self-love is essential right now, as there is a child within you needing parental help and advice. Grieving for the past or circumstances that we did not understand at the time, no matter how old you were, is now necessary. Helplessness, confusion, or feeling overwhelmed can trigger childlike behavior such as tantrums, manipulation, and rebellion in an attempt to get what you want. Take the time to be playful and curious, be courageous, and learn the power of no. It will shield you from pushy people seeking to compromise your values and integrity. If you were to see the little you now, what sage advice would you give, knowing what you know today? That's beautiful, guys. And your affirmation is, I nurture the child within me. I am complete, whole, and secure. I am safe. So I really love this reading for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if it resonated, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And have a wonderful holiday. And I'll see you again soon. Much love. Bye for now.